Hi, I'm the man, the myth, the legend of the Midwest Jobbers Association.
I don't use a name of the Midwest Jobbers Association.
GL Josh.
Okay, I guess GL Josh of the Midwest Jobbers Association. Or the MJA for sure.
And today we're here to talk to you about the year in review for wrestling.
So we start off with Raw, the flagship, or the mothership, depending on how you want to refer to it as.
Yeah. Year in review. So, where do we begin? Beginning of the year, I would assume, right?
Which of course means January, which also means the Royal Rumble.
And of course, nothing tops the Royal Rumble list quite like the surprise return of John Cena. Fresh off of his injury, which was a scant, 3 months prior, and the estimated 6-month return date, John Cena shows up on a heavily front-loaded card, only to win the Royal Rumble as the 30th entrant.
That was obviously a dark time for those of us who actually wanted to see a non-John Cena WrestleMania event match. But that was a dark day. On the bright side, though, if we jump forward, still using Cena into WrestleMania, he didn't win the match, which was shocking. I mean, John Cena seems to beat everybody at a pay-per-view because that's what John Cena does. And the fact that he got pinned at WrestleMania. Really? Wow. Now, in keeping with the WrestleMania theme, we got to see, easily the match of the year. I think it also won a Slammy for match of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and storyline-wise, that was taken away. And that being said, we got to see the man, Ric Flair, actually call it quits and hang up his boots for the last time. On a lighter note, we got to see probably one of the most unique finishes of the entire industry. And no, I'm not talking about a TNA match. I'm talking about Cody Rhodes beating himself to become a new tag team champion.
Yeah, now you see, for weeks they were leading up with Ted DiBiase and this mystery partner to take on Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly. Now, just about everybody with half of a brain figured out it's probably going to be Cody Rhodes. Now, since Cody Rhodes was a tag champ with his partner and then became tag champ again, does that count as he retained, or is he now a 2-time tag champion?
The world may never know.
That is true.
So, one of the highlights of the year also has to go to CM Punk cashing in his Money in the Bank to become the world champion.
Yeah, the only downside with the CM Punk, a Chicago native, but born in Joliet, we'll just say Chicago, close enough, because those who don't live in Illinois
they
don't know any town beyond Chicago anyways. The only sad thing was, he won it. It was great. I didn't think it was going to happen. It was great to see him hold the title, but he never gets to defend it on a pay-per-view. Which, of course, was really kind of sad, because if anybody deserves to actually defend the title in a pay-per-view, it definitely would have been CM Punk. Instead, he got written out. But still kind of keeping on the idea of the draft, we got to see them break a really phenomenal announcing team on Raw when they shipped JR over to SmackDown. And in his place, we've got Michael Cole.
Lumps of Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Yes.
All up in your stocking.
And then to, cap that off, not only do we, get Michael Cole on Raw, But then we also got to see the rise and fall of Mike Adamle, drafted from ECW to as an announcer to Raw general manager to being fired, all in the span of less than a year.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Mike Adamle. Mike Adamle as an actual newscaster in the Chicagoland area. He's a good guy. But this is show business. And he was too much of a straight man.
Now the nice thing is now you can add to the library of wrestling terminology. You have Lesnar in a move. You can also Adamle an announcement. That's right. We even saw Stephanie make a mistake. And she was like, whoop, I pulled an Adamle. So if anything, you've got a verb now. And you'll always have a career doing anything that's not wrestling related.
Yay for verbs. Next on the list, we have, I don't know, I can't speak for my counterpart here, but I would have to say it was one of my favorite angles of the year, and that would be the coming together of Santino Marella and the Glamazon Beth Phoenix as a Glamorella. And this sketch from the word go between into the very, very awkward kiss and just the chemistry and overall build-up of that whole angle has just been hysterical. So
yeah, lots of bicep biting, lots of very good comedic spots. They've got some great comedic timing. It works. On the bright side, though, every time he wins, he does the trombone, and the trombone is awesome. If you don't know, it's when he does it.
trombone is bank.
It's money. If he gets an action figure, it should have like tromboning action. It will sell. If you're watching fans, which we know you're not, if you're watching fans and you make custom figures, dude, do like the squeezy leg thing with a trombone. I swear, throw that thing on eBay.
It'll sell like Haas cakes. Chris Jericho also has a banner year on Raw, becoming a two-time world champion. Big ups to Chris Jericho for performing at a level that exceeds expectations, given his slight down push when he went from fighting main event Randy Orton to JBL. So this new character seems to be working out for him, and the monster feud that he had this year with Shawn Michaels has just really etched him in stone as performer of the year.
But then when you start taking on Shawn Michaels, destroying the Geritron 5000, hitting Shawn Michaels' wife. Well, it was like a clean shot. She took it like a champ. That feud, even the promos were sick. That shows people that you really can go from being, super face to just a disgusting heel where you get booed by everyone except for Toronto. He did a really good job. He defined himself as the main heel.
This year we also got to see the 800th episode of Raw. Can't tell you what's on it off the top of my head, but
that's how memorable it was.
Record-breaking nonetheless.
We got to see the return of Trish Stratus. Maybe just for one match. We don't know. It was good to see her back in the ring. She's got a little bit of rust. She's been out for 2 years. Sure, they were in Toronto. Was it good to see her back? It's kind of bittersweet because I hate her theme music. Hear that? No, I don't like the little laughing part at all. It's like nails on a chalkboard. So, but yeah, it was good to see her back. It's always good to see high-level talent come back. And work with some of the newer people. So.
And that'll do it for this year's Raw recap.
Mm-hmm.
This is the man, the myth, the legend.
It's GL Josh.
See you next year.